Velma, the show that no one thought was going to be good from day one. Like, I'm being genuinely serious. As soon as the first trailer hit, I'm pretty sure everyone had made their decision about this shitty show. I mean, we all know it was going to be shitty, let's be honest here. I'm not going to fool myself. I'm not going to say that I sat down watching Velma, expecting a magnum opus or the new Breaking Bad to come out. I wasn't sitting anticipating him at the edge of my seat, waiting for these emotional, hard-stricken moments where I actually questioned my own reality in life. I wasn't expecting some H.P. Lovecraft for writing here. I wasn't expecting Steven Spielberg. I'm going to be honest, this show is absolutely everything you would have expected, but more. And let me tell you why. Because I was going into this show thinking it was going to be overly progressive, overly preaching to the audience. Obviously that good old nice little seasoning of making you feel bad for something that you weren't a part of. Making you feel like your entire existence in life is something to be ashamed of, something that you should be propagated for, that you should be exiled for, you should be sent out to fucking Pride Lands, off into the filth and shit. I already knew it was going to be a bunch of that, but this actually surprised me. Not because it was good, because of how bad it was. Usually, if you watch a movie that you think is going to be bad, but actually turns out to be pretty good, example, Suicide Squad, the newer one, I thought that was going to be, not bad, but I didn't think it was going to be good, but it actually ended up having me, surprised in my expectations, because it was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. A lot of the acting was better, a lot of the writing was a lot better, and even though I really enjoyed James Gunn and the rest of his movies, I was not expecting much from the DC. Considering, this is going to be a controversial opinion, I'm not a big fan of the Snyder Cut. Oh, I can already feel the Twitter people coming at me right now. Oh, how can you not like the Snyderverse? It's so good. Oh my God, how can you not like that, you crazy bastard? But, I didn't like it all that much, and that's my opinion. I'll make a video about that. This is about Velma. But this show is almost like a cuisine of shit. It's like if shit was edible and people ate it every single day, that people started making restaurants about it, and there were different kinds of culinary versions of shit. This would be an absolute Michelin-star level of shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, usually I don't like being the type of guy that says, if you like something, then you're fucking crazy, but if I see anyone that likes Velma, I will honestly have to, question how old they are. Because if you're like, the only logical way I can imagine someone liking this show is that if you're a fetus and you don't even know what television is yet. Or if you just honestly, maybe you do like eating shit. Maybe that's what you're into. I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. Now, I don't make a whole lot of reviews on things. This is definitely more of a voice acting channel. Maybe I'll change that up. But in my personal opinion, you look at this show. I'm not going to show any footage because I don't want to do that to you guys. But you look at this show, and every single scene, all the way from episode 1, when they were making those provocative comments about how in every start to an episode of a pilot, there's always some, overused... Sorry, I had to burp there for a second. There's always an overusage of nude and pretty much lewd content. Nude and lewd rhymes. But that's besides the point. And as soon as I saw the start of episode 1, I say that, again, as soon as I saw the trailer for episode 1, I kind of knew what I was getting into. I knew the ticket for the rodeo I was buying. I knew I had a losing bet on the horse in the race. I knew I was going to lose a whole lot of money. And this is what that show is. I would not recommend it to anyone. I would honestly rather sit through 10 executive hours at the start. Rephrase. I'd rather sit through 10 executive hours of the Twilight series than watch this. And the Twilight series is honestly like an Oscar-worthy franchise compared to this. I'd rather watch that. I'd rather watch She-Hulk. I equally hate She-Hulk as much as I hate this show. If any of my friends come texting me saying, hey, how can you hate She-Hulk? It's amazing. We're not friends anymore. Fuck off. Fuck right off. I'm unfriending you on Facebook. I am disliking you from life. I am like, oh. But, I hope you enjoyed this little rant about Velma. This is less of a review, really. There's no real script for it. I just kind of felt like, hey, I gotta get something out this week. I do have some videos in the work, and I did make posts saying I was gonna, upload some stuff. So this is like the start of it, just so you guys know I'm still alive. I'm not dead. I'm not, 6 feet in the ground. I'm still alive. But, the other content is coming soon, so please stay tuned for that. And, yeah. Yeah. Piss off.